Welcome back to Hausa channel, your go-to channel for Hausa language learning. It's a pleasure to be having this lesson today. So, in today's lesson, we are going to look at homophones and homographs. Just like in English, there are words in Hausa language that sound the same, but they have different meanings. Some are spelled the same, but mean different things. And some of them look or sound similar, but can easily confuse you. Today, we will break them down with simple examples so you don't mix them up when next you're speaking or when you hear somebody say something. Remember, Hausa is a tonal and a contextual language, so it works based on the tone and the context. Let's dive into the video. There are different parts in this video. We have homophones, which are words that sound the same, but they have different meanings. And we have homographs, which are words that have the same spelling, but different meaning. We're also going to look at part 3 of this video, which are confusing or similar words. Alright, let's begin. Get ready with your pen, your book, your notes, your popcorn, because it's going to be a long ride. Our first example is Wata. There are 3 ways in which this word is pronounced. Wata. First meaning is Wata, which is the moon. Wata is the moon. It also means month. So moon and month is pronounced Wata. But when you want to say a certain girl, like, oh, someone came to see you and that someone is a female, we say Wata, Wata, Wata. Okay, so example 1, I want to say I saw the moon. I saw the moon. When you hear moon, the pronunciation that should come to your head is Wata. So I saw the moon will be na gang Wata. Na gang Wata. If I still want to say we are in the month of January, I will still use the pronunciation of Wata. The pronunciation of Wata. So I can say Muna cikin watan Janairu. Muna cikin watan Janairu. But if I want to say I saw someone and that someone is a female, I will say what? Nagan Wata. Nagan Wata is different from Nagan Wata. Nagan Wata, I saw someone. Nagan Wata, I saw the moon. Nagan Wata, I saw the moon. Nagan Wata, I saw someone. The next word is spelled K-A-S-A. K-A-S-A. And this word is pronounced in 2 different ways because they mean 2 different things. They mean 2 different things. Alright, let us look at how to pronounce them. If you want to say I fell down, the pronunciation of K-A-S-A as in ground or down is Kasa. 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 Then the pronunciation of country or sand or soil is Kasa. Kasa. So if I want to say, I fell on the ground, you say, now slightly at Kasa. At Kasa. This K has something like a hook, like Kasa. Kasa. Then the next one is Kasa. Let's say I'm from the country America. I'll say, need the Kasar. So Kasa and Kasa. Kasar America. Kasar America. Then now for a Kasa. The first for country is Kasa. The other one is Kasa. So take notes. We also have the next word is spelled D-A-M-A, which is pronounced Dama. This one is just one pronunciation, but it means 2 different things and it's contextual. That means it depends on when you are using it and what message you're trying to pass. So Dama, if you know, we did words and opposite, and Dama means what? Right. So Dama is right side. And then Dama also means opportunity. So let's look at two examples. If I say Kajuya Dama, which means turn right, and I also want to talk about opportunity. If I want to say this is an opportunity or this is a chance, I'll say Wannan dama ce. Wannan dama ce. This is an opportunity. But if I say Kajuya Dama, it means turn right. So it's contextual. I can't be talking about opportunity and I'm saying Dama you think is right turn or the position I'm talking about. Okay? Let's now look at some words that have the same spelling, but they mean different things. Homographs. Number one, we say R-A-N-A is the spelling. R-A-N-A. What does this word mean and how is it pronounced? Our first pronunciation is Rana. And Rana means three things. Rana means three things. The same spelling, but the same spelling, the same pronunciation, but different meanings. Alright, the first one is sun. The sun is Rana. The day is also called Rana. And what afternoon is Rana. So if I want to say Akwe Rana, it means it's sunny. Akwe Rana, it's sunny. If I want to say today is a good day, I can say Yo Rana che mai kyau. Yo Rana che mai kyau. Today is a good day. I want to say in the afternoon, I will say the Rana. The Rana. So if I want to say I came to your house in the afternoon, na zo gidanki da rana. Na zo gidanki da rana. Yo Rana ce mai kyau. Today is a good day. Yo ana rana. Today is sunny. So look at how Rana is appearing in the different sentences, but different meaning, different messages that you're trying to pass. Our next one is spelled B-A-K-I, which means Baki. This one is so funny because their meanings don't even connect at all. Baki means mouth, and mouth as in the part of the body, and then Baki means guests, plural. Baki, and then for mouths, and we also have Baki as a guest. So example, Bu'e bakinka, open your mouth. Bu'e bakinka, open your mouth. If I say, Mu karbi baki, let us welcome a guest. Or if I want to say, Mun karbi baki, we welcomed a guest. Or I want to say, do you have a guest? Kana da baki? Akwai baki, there's a guest. Akwai baki, there's a guest. Let's look at another one which is spelled K-A-I. K-A-I. K-A-I means so many things. K-A-I means so many things. It means head. It means you. It means to transport something. Alright? So let us look at the head. If I want to say my head, I'll say kaina. Kaina, my head. If I want to say you in male, kai. Kai. If I want to exclaim, I want to hush somebody, I'll say kai. Kai. If I also want to say I have arrived home, I would say na kai gida. Sometimes people say na iso gida, but you hear some other people say na kai gida. I want to also say that I took my sister to the school. I took my sister to the school. Some people will say na kai kanwata makaranta. Na kai kanwata makaranta. So you're hearing kai in those different sentences. They all mean different things, but kai, K-A-I, it is constant. Our next word, let us look at. There are some words that they are sometimes confusing for new learners of the Hausa language. They are confusing because they are similar. They have the same pronunciation. They have the same pronunciation, but slightly sometimes. And they also mean different things. Our first example here is chiki and chiki. Chiki, C-I-K-I. Chiki and chiki. Chiki means stomach, your tummy. It can also mean pregnancy, and it also means inside, but it's pronounced as chiki. So let us look at example using chiki. If a woman says ina the chiki, it means she is pregnant. Ina the chiki, she is pregnant. That is, I am pregnant. If I say chiki na yana chiwo, it means I have stomach ache. That's my stomach is hurting me. Or chiki na yana zafi, my stomach is hurting me. Ina the chiwon chiki, I have stomach pain. But when I say ina chiki ngida, or just ina chiki, I'm inside. If you remember when we did words and opposite, chiki and waje, so chiki is inside. The next word we are going to look at is R-I-G-A. R-I-G-A. This word is pronounced in 3 different ways. The first one is as a shirt. And as a shirt is pronounced riga. Riga. You know, like when you want to talk about your shirt, maybe I want to put on the shirt, or I wore a shirt, you say nasaka riga or nasa riga. Nasa riga. But if you want to say I already left, or I've already been there, I already left or I've already gone, you will say na riga na tafi. So there's riga and na riga, riga, na riga, na riga, 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 riga. Then there's another one that means for you to be already somewhere, like already been. So I'm going to say it in Hausa. Tariga ku zuwa nan. Tariga tariga ku zuwa nan. It means she was already here before you all. So tariga ku zuwa nan. She was already here before you all. So there are different ways. Riga is a shirt. Riga is already been. Then riga is like already. Nariga natafi. It's a bit confusing, but by the time you pronounce it, by listening to this video, you'll be able to understand it. Next one is R-A-N-I. R-A-N-I. This word is pronounced in 2 ways. One is my life. The other one is like to despise someone or to insult someone. So as my life, I'll say Reina. Reina, my life. Then the next one, if I want to say, don't insult me. Reina. So Reina, 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 Reina. Reina yana da mahimmanci. It means my life is important. Reina yana da mahimmanci. My life is important. The other one is kada ka raina ni. That's like don't insult me or don't downgrade me. The way they say it in northern Nigeria. Kada ka raina ni dan Allah. Please don't like insult me or despise me. Let's now look at Wata. W-A-T-A is pronounced in 2. It has the same spelling, but they mean differences. The first meaning is fire, which is Wata. The second one is still pronounced Wata, but it means electricity. So you can refer to electricity and fire as Wata. Next is, have you ever had to call your mom or your grandma or your aunt just to ask, how much salt should I add, or when do I put the pepper? Is it before or after the vegetables? If you've done that before, you're not alone. One thing I love about African families, especially in Hausa culture, is that our recipes are more than just food. They are memories, they are tradition, and they are stories that have been passed from one generation to another. The problem is that many of these recipes only exist in someone's memory, maybe your grandma and she's no more, or your eldest aunt and she's no more. We remember the taste of the food, but not exactly the measurements. Remember watching our mothers cook it, but we don't even remember every step. And then one day we realize that we've lost something we can never replace. That's why I think we should start preserving our family recipes, not just for ourselves, but for our children and grandchildren. If this makes sense to you, just imagine your grandchildren being able to hear your own voice explaining how to prepare neon kuka, or even tuwon shinkafa, kose, or fura de nono. Imagine them seeing the photos of the food and your photo, or your cooking tips, and the little secrets that make your food unique. That's exactly what Legacy Table helps families do. Legacy Table is a free app where you can create your own private family cookbook. Your recipes are saved there, you can upload photos, you can record voice instructions, and even invite your family members to contribute their own recipe. That sounds really great. And it's not just about cooking. You get to preserve your culture, language, and our family heritage. So let me ask you, if you could preserve just one family recipe forever, what would that be? The Legacy Table app is available on Google Play Store and iOS. So feel free to download it and start saving your family food recipes. Now let's continue with the video. Zama, Z-A-M-A. Z-A-M-A. Zama means to live. It means to sit, and it means to become. To live in Zama are Kano. I live in Kano. Na zama likita. I've become a doctor. Ina zama announced like I'm sitting here or I'm living here. But this one is not entirely correct. If you want to say I'm sitting here, you have to say ina zama anu. Right? Or ina zama anu. But ina zama anu is more like I'm living here. So let's look at the next, which is so, S-O. So it means to love and want. If I want to say I love this clothes, I will say in a song. One nebi kaya. If I love this house, I will say in a song one gida. But if I want to say I love you, I'll say in a songka or in a songki. I want to go home in a song in the figida. It's still so. In a song I want. I love. I desire. So it means so means want and love. Let's see the next one. Sha. S-H-A. S-H-A is pronounced sha and it means drink. But expressively it means suffering and experience. So an example, let's say I want to say I drank water. I'll say na sha ruwa. Na sha ruwa. But if I want to explain how difficult or how I'm suffering from something, I'll say na sha wahala. That's I suffered. Let's say my day was stressful, or I want to ask, somebody's asking how my day went, and I'm like, na sha wahala yo. Wallahi billahi lazi. Nasha wahala yo. That's like, oh my God, honestly, I suffered today. Nasha wahala yo. Aha. So let's look at another word. Another word for one is spelled K-A-R-Y-A. K-A-R-Y-A. We are going to be looking at tone-based homographs. Now we are focusing on tone-based. Tone-based. Hausa is a tonal language, like I always say in this channel, meaning that the pitch, high or low tone of a syllable can change. It can change the meaning of a word. Tone marks are usually not written in everyday Hausa writing. So you must rely on context, sentence structure, and your listening skills. Now let's explain the words listed. Number 1 is to lie, and to break. To lie in Hausa is karya. That's like falsehood, karya. For instance, kada ka yi karya is like do not lie. Karya. If I want to say it's a lie, I'll say karya ne. Karya ne. But if I want to say to break something, so the verb root form is a verb root form in some tone patterns. The way I would say it is karya. So you see, karya is different from karya. See, karya is different from karya. I broke a glass or you broke a glass would be like ka karya gilashi. Ka karya gilashi. They sort of like have this almost the same pronunciation, but they are not. One is karya, which is a lie. Then the other one is karya, which is to break something. Though they are written the same tone, their tone and sentence structures determine the meaning. Let's now look at W-U-Y-A. W-U-Y-A is pronounced in two ways. First pronunciation is wuya, your neck as part of your body. Wuya. Another pronunciation is wuya, which is difficulty and hard. Let's make two examples. Wuya na yana ciwo. It means my neck is paining me, my neck hurt, I have neck pain. Wuya na yana ciwo. But when I want to say, my work is so difficult, or this work is difficult, I'll say, wannan aiki yana da wuya. Wannan aiki yana da wuya. Let's now look at J-A-R-S-E. J-A-R-S-E. It means two things. One means iron and metal. Another pronunciation means time, that's of the clock or clock. So as an iron or metal, it's karfe. Also as time is karfe. So they have the same spelling, they have the same pronunciation, but different contexts. So different meaning depending on the context. Same pronunciation in casual speech, same spelling, but different meaning depending on context. So first, as karfe, I can say wannan kofa an yi ta da karfe. Wannan kofa an yi ta da karfe. So this door is made of iron. Literally, it's like saying this door, they did it with iron. This door, they did it with iron. Then as time, if I want to say it's 2 o'clock, I would say karfe is karfe biyu ne. Karfe biyu ne. Karfe of the clock. 2 o'clock. 2 of the clock, 2 it is. Hausa can be very confusing sometimes when you're like learning or teaching it. Hausa is a tonal language, and tone can distinguish nouns. Context often resolves the ambiguity of whatever words you're using. And native speakers rely more on structure than even tone marks in writing. For example, karfe uku is obviously time. But if I say kofa ta karfe, it's like clearly a metal door, a metallic door. So if a Hausa word looks the same, but the sentence meaning changes, don't panic, because the context will tell you the meaning, which is why you need to learn every word, like house, shoes, bag, clothes, so that when you see words like karfe, you're saying words like W-U-Y-A, you know that this is what this word means. That is why you need to understand vocabulary. So let's look at some practice exercises. I'm not going to put it on the screen for you to answer in the comment section. You let me know what the bold words, let me know what it means in each sentence. Number 1, wannan aiki yana da wuya. What does wuya mean in this sentence? The second word, second sentence, Wuyana yana chiwo, chiwo. Wuyana yana chiwo. What does guya mean in this word? The next sentence, Zanzo wata meizua. Zanzo wata meizua. What does wata mean in this word, in this sentence? Then the next is wata tafito. Wata tafito. Number 5. Karfe nawa. Karfe nawa ne yanzu. Karfe nawa ne yanzu. Leave your responses in the comments. Don't forget to share this video, subscribe to this channel. All we do here is teach you how to speak Hausa language in a cultural setting, not the usual textbook Hausa where you get to practice more in-depth. This is everyday Hausa language. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I'm going to see you in the next video. By the way, let me know in the comment section, what next do you want us to cover? What's the next topic you want us to cover? But before you do that, kindly go through all our YouTube videos and playlists to explore all the topics that we have covered in Hausa language and drop your responses in the chat.